Welcome to the pilot episode of What Are They Missing in the Missing Variables channel, where I aim to look at things from lesser seen perspectives. On this pilot episode, the topic is sports, and the theme is refs not listening to and respecting certain WNBA players. If there's anything you think I'm missing, please let me know in the comments, and please let me know if you think I got it right. Suggestions for how to make things right are also welcome. I'm first going to take you through a play involving Dana Evans and Caitlin Clark.
Take a look at the CarMax Never Settle Player Spotlight. Today we're highlighting Caitlin Clark.
And then we're going to review a short series involving Chennedy Carter and Ezzy from the Storm, two particular plays from them. Then we're going to talk briefly about a play involving Skylar Diggins and a little bit about Nalyssa Smith. This isn't going to be about their personalities or who they are as basketball players. This is going to be about what should have happened as a result of their actions on the court in those moments involving these particular plays. This first play, I'm not going to talk about whether or not it was a reach at the beginning. You can debate that on your own. I want you to pay attention to the arm of Caitlin Clark first, and then secondly, I want you to pay attention to her hip. We will slow this down for you. I also want you to pay attention to what the announcers are saying, and I want you to tell me what you would do to me at the park if I did this to you. And it can stay satirical because I would not do this to you at the park.
And talk about the physicality. Dana Evans wrapping up Clark. And here in the first quarter, we have our first back and forth exchange.
Yeah, I mean, this is a foul for sure on the dribble. And certainly you can't do that, so a good call. You can't do that, so a good call.
I'm not a medical doctor, but it looks like the strain of that would definitely put strain on something like an Achilles or an ACL, and we know athletes often get those types of injuries with scenarios like this. Next, I want you to pay attention to Dana's face. Not hard to do, but no, I'm not Bill Belichick. Next, I want you to pay attention to Dana's face and how serious she is as she tells the referee what's up, and she tells her perspective. And I want to know why the referee did not review this play. Should the WNBA and possibly the officials apologize to Dana and the Sky organization? Fortunately for the Sky, Chennedy was there on the very next play. No surprise.
Chennedy Carter picks the pocket or picks off the pass and lays it in.
But I want to take your attention to the end of the game, and I want you to look at the score and the time left.
The shot clock sat at 0. Here comes Reed, splitting the difference. Equally of a tough shot.
Wasn't on the floor at that time to get that steal and take because she was in her own foul trouble. Coincidentally, this next take is on her for calls being unfair towards Chennedy. This first one we're going to look at, Chennedy commits it against this kid playing for Seattle, 24. Looks like they got her out of high school or something. She's good. No, that's a joke. She's like 30 looking at 19.
From behind, you better believe it.
That is going to be a flagrant.
And you can tell Chennedy Carter was getting really extra aggressive on Jewel Lloyd at midcourt over there. And
This might be upgraded to a flagrant too.
But on this first play,
this was
hey,
in
I'm trying a flagrant one myself. I mean, your arm comes
I'd like
down
to
on
see a
somebody's head,
replay of
like,
this, 'cause
you
it
gotta
certainly
protect the
looked
players.
it's a dangerous play. Is she going for the
flagrant
ball
one.
right here?
Okay.
No,
No. That
she's not. She was totally
kind of play that you can't have. This is a dangerous play, and it's right at the head,
Yep.
and she's in the air. You can't have that.
I mean, she got totally beat, and instead of just grabbing onto her and stopping the momentum of Jewel, she was either going to give up the bucket, or she could have maybe reached around and grabbed her on the waist, but there was no attempt at the ball.
If you upgrade it to the flagrant 2, it's both unnecessary and excessive, and this is excessive in my opinion. There's no room for that You can't have that when somebody is clearly in front of you and you have no play on the ball.
You know, flagrant 2 to me, it's got to be dirty, but I don't know. 3 left in the third. This has been an entertaining third quarter. A lot of stops and goes. Here's Jeffrey Smith. So flagrant 1, upgraded, 2 shots for Jewel, and Seattle will get the basketball.
But almost the very next play, how do the announcers react differently? How do the refs react differently?
To Carter.
Now, okay, you
scores.
didn't see what happened in the live action when you first saw it. What do you do when a player's telling you, hey, the same thing that you just called me for 2 seconds ago just happened to me?
That's her second.
How do you expect the reaction to be?
Angel Reese is, what are they talking
Is
about? Wanting a
Chennedy
flagrant upgrade
not
there,
supposed to say anything if
sure
somebody
what
comes down on her head? Can she not stand up for herself?
Oh, do we have a technical foul on Chennedy Carter? Boy, you cannot do that. When you are down and you're trying to come back and you've got momentum, you cannot have a tee right there.
Is she always going to get a technical foul?
Teresa Weatherspoon has been so good.
And by the way,
Kennedy
Ezzy's a
Carter
dope
did not
player.
play in the
Here she
WNBA
is
last
giving my
year.
daughter an autograph.
She's a player whose emotions can run
But
hot.
again, this isn't about like who they are as athletes or people. This is about what should have happened as a result of their actions on the court. Should the WNBA and possibly the officials apologize to Chennedy? And it's not just the Sky, and I've seen a lot of tic-tac stuff, especially against players such as Skylar Diggins, Nalyssa Smith. I love rooting for those 2 athletes also. And it seems like the Sky have been unfairly targeted for the most part in most of the games, with a lot of tic-tac calls and no calls with the more aggressive stuff. But when the other team does get called, it seems like it's somebody like Nalyssa or Skylar.
She still doesn't believe it.
I wouldn't want to be the one explaining to Skylar why the challenge was not successful. I just wouldn't. I'd say, hey.
There are so many great personalities.
Are the WNBA refs calling too many tic-tac fouls and not calling aggressive fouls against certain players?
On the shot clock, and Kennedy's Carter's eyes tell it all.
That's just a major question mark right there, right?
Yes, but she didn't say anything.
Right.